Hello, Zeynep.
Hello.
You're so late today. Hmm? Did you come home late or you're sleeping or eating dinner?
We forgot.
Because I have class after you, that's why now you're very late. It's okay. We have to finish it for you. For me, 7 o'clock, for you, 8 o'clock, right? How are you feeling? Do you feel fresh or tired or sleepy or hungry?
I'm sick.
Still sick?
No, I got sick because of my brother.
Hey, you were sick on Monday. Since Monday, you were sick, right?
No, I was sick on Monday and then I got a little better and then I became more sick.
What is it, flu or?
No, just sick.
Okay. Zainab, let's do something. All right. Just a second. Okay. Zainab, we'll continue practicing word problems with you. Okay. It's related to rational numbers, percentage, and everything until you become comfortable with these questions. So they can just read and just do that. That's my expectation. Okay. Let's actually, a few questions left here. Let's finish it. And after that, we'll continue with our word problems. Okay. All right. 7 more questions. All right. Zainab, read the question. Let's do the first question together.
The figure below shows a square with a diagonal of 10 centimeters. Find the area of the square.
Okay. We have Pythagorean theorem, Zeynep. What is that? Do you remember?
Mm.
If you are given any right-angled triangle, okay, right-angled triangle is a triangle where one of the angles is 90 degrees, okay? Suppose that one side is A and then the other side is B, and the longest side, which is faced by right angle, is C. Pythagorean theorem says that if it's a right angle triangle, then this equation is always true. That is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. Okay. And another one that you know is we know that if you're given any square, right? Square, suppose a square, and side length is A, side length is A. How do you find the area? Area is equal to A times A, which is A squared. Okay. That's really important things. And now if you look at this figure, right, we have to find the area of this square, right? The diagonal is given, and we know that this angle is 90 degrees. As I say here, ABC is a right angle triangle, right? And if BC is equal to, let's say this A, and also AB is equal to A, because all sides are equal. Okay? And now what is the area? We know that the area of this square is equal to A squared. The question is, what is A squared? We're trying to find A squared, okay? And using Pythagorean theorem, since ABC is a right angle triangle, I can write this equation. A squared plus A squared is equal to what? 10
2a
squared, right?
squared.
10 squared, right? The longest side. And A squared plus A squared is equal to, as you know, we can simplify this. 2 times A squared, right? And how about 100? It's just 10 squared is 100. And from this equation, I can find A squared because I need to find A squared. Just move 2 to the right-hand side. It's multiplied, so it will be divided. 100 is divided by 2, which is equal to 50. And that is the area of the square, so the answer would be, it is just 50. Okay? Step by step, you will learn these things, okay? These are very fundamental, important things that you are going to see them a lot. All right, now you'll try next question. With the question.
Box A is 3/4 as heavy as box B. Box B is 3/7 as heavy as box C. Find the ratio of the mass of box C to the mass of box A.
Box A is 3/4 as heavy as box B. What does it mean, Zeynep? Box A is, I can write here box A, that's A, is means equals 3/4 as heavy as means is times, it is B. It means this equation. Right? And also in the second part, it says that box B is, so box B is means equals 3/7, right? As heavy as C. What is the question here? In the question is asking that what is the ratio of the mass of box C to box A? So we have to find C over A, right? C over A. What do you think? Can you find this? From the second equation, Mariam, Zainab, if you look at this, and we have, one symmetric property. Symmetric property. Okay, it says that if A is equal to B, then B is equal to A, right? Does it make sense? So if B is equal to 3/7 of C, I can write here, you see, no, actually we need to find C, right? Okay, I need to find C. And also another one, Zainab, if you remember, if we have A over B times X, let's say is equal to C, what is X? How can I find X? You remember? What did we do here? How can I actually move this fraction to the right-hand side? We should flip it, right? Zainab, are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
If you're not feeling well, we can cancel the class, Zainab.
No, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So Zainab, if you remember this multiply, that's a fraction. I multiply both sides by b over a. So that means it's like taking this fraction to the right-hand side, and we just flip this, b over a times c. I'm also going to do the same thing. If I move this 3/7 to the left-hand side, I will have this thing here, 7 over 3 times b will be equal to c. Okay. And now since we need to find C over A, right? C over A. So I have here, what is C? I know C. C is 7 over 3 times B. And how about A? A is 3 over 4 times B. You see this B, they cancel each other. And what is this fraction line? It is division. It is the same thing as 7 over 3 divided by 3 over 4. Because at the bottom we have 3 over 4. At the top, 7 over 3. And if you remember, we learned how to divide a fraction by another fraction, right? Write the first fraction and change division into multiplication and flip the next fraction, 4 over 3. And to multiply two fractions, multiply the top by the top, bottom by the bottom, right? 7 times 4 is 28. 3 times 3 is 9. And since asking in the question it's a ratio, I can write here the ratio of C to A is equal to 28 to 9.
Can I write it down in my notebook?
Yeah.
I finished.
Okay. Read the next question, Zeynep.
In the restaurant, 3/5 of the diners were adults and the rest were children. 5/8 of the children were boys and the rest were girls. What fraction of the diners in the restaurant were girls? Would we have to divide 5/8 from 3/5? Or actually subtract?
First, 3/5 of the diners were adults and the rest were children. So that means that 2/5 of the people were children, right? And among this, let's actually do like this first. Table. Okay, this one is adults and children, right? So 3/5 means that it says 3p, and this one is 2p, right? 3/5 of the people were adults, that means 3p, and 2/5 of the people were children. Now, among these children, it says that 5/8 of the children were boys. Okay, so I'm dividing this into two parts, right? So this one is boys and the girls. 5/8 of the children were boys. So 5/8 of means that times 2p boys. And the rest were girls. The girls means that that's 3/5, 3/8, right? The rest of the people, I mean children. 2p were girls. Is that right? What is the question here? The question is, what fraction of the diners in the restaurant were girls? So that means that we have to find here girls, right, over all people. All people, how many people in the restaurant? Hmm?
We would have to add, so
5p, right? Because adults and children together, it is 5p. That is the total number of people in the restaurant. And now, again, you see, we are just dividing, Zainab, these rational numbers. Now, if you look at this, let me just simplify this. Okay, girls, if you simplify this, 3 times 2p, I can write it as 3 times 2, right? 3 times 2, and 8 is 4 times 2, and here we have p. 2 cancels each other, so that's equal to 3/4 of p. Now, instead of G, right, if I write 3/4 of P over 5 times P. Again, this fraction line is a division, right? So PP cancels each other. I can write it as 3/4 fraction line means that is division divided by 5. 5 means that 5 over 1, which is equal to 3/4 times 1/5. So again, we just know how to multiply this. 3 times 1 is 3. 4 times 5 it is 20. So that means 3/20 of the people in the restaurant were girls, right? Right, Zeynep?
Mhm.
Okay, because this question we have to practice enough. If you understand these problems, you can understand, I mean, you can learn math well. Otherwise, if you cannot make connection every time, you have to do revision. You can write, take a note, Zeynep, and we'll continue. Okay. Okay, Zeynep?
Yes.
All right. Let's see. We'll try this question. Read the question.
A regular box measuring 13 centimeters by 13 centimeters by 8 centimeters by 11 centimeters was needed to store cubes of size 2 centimeters. Find the maximum number of such cubes that can fit into the box.
This is our box, Zeynep. Length, it is 13 centimeters. Width, it is 8 centimeters. And height, 11 centimeters. Right? Was needed to store cubes of size 2 centimeters. So we have a lot of smaller boxes. And their size is 2 centimeters, a small box. Okay, this size 2 and 2 and 2. What is the question here? Find the maximum number of such cubes that can fit into this box. I will give you 90 seconds and I think, okay, this is a question or problem that we face in our real life situations. Okay. And after we'll discuss. Okay, I'll give you 90 seconds. Did you understand the question, Zeynep?
So is it just asking, there's a box and those are the sides, and then we have to multiply them all?
Now, suppose that you have a kind of storage or a box, okay? It's rectangular box, length 13 centimeters, width 8, and height 11. And suppose that you have kind of small toys, okay, or cubes, that's 2 by 10. His question is asking that into this box, how many cubes you can fit or you can put into this box?
Yeah, but don't we need to know how much the box is in total? So won't we add all the sides?
Think, Zeynep, read the question one more time. Think. Okay, I'll give 1 more minute. Think. Then after that, let's discuss. Okay. Yes, Zeynep. What do you think?
Hmm. Is the answer like 64?
No. Look, Zeynep. Look at the bottom. There's 13 parts. Okay. So if I try to put boxes here, how many boxes I can put here? 12, right? 6, right?
Uh-huh.
Wait.
Yeah, but if you put 6, then there's gonna be one missing.
Yeah, but it doesn't fit. It will be empty. So here, length, I can put 5 boxes, right?
Yes.
And how about for width? How many I can put here? 4, right? Because 8 divided by 2, it fits perfectly. So I can put 4, right? So that means that one layer, I can put 20. And now, since its height is 11, right? So also I can stack how many boxes here? I can stack 5 more, right? 5. And now if you multiply this, it will be 5 times 4, 20. 20 times 5 is, it will be 100, right?
So we can fit 100 boxes in the cube.
Yeah, maximum. We cannot put more than 100 boxes into this because it doesn't fit. We have some empty space inside, but we cannot put any more boxes because of the size. Okay? All right. This was a beautiful question. Next question.
Box filled with red beans completely has a mass of 1.666 kilos. It has a mass of 1.402 kilograms when it is 4/7 filled with red beans. What is the mass of the empty box?
What is the mass of the empty box? We should solve this using simple algebra, Zeynep. Now we have a box, right? Again, we are talking about a box. This is a box. And also inside we have beans, right? Inside we have beans. We're gonna beans. Okay. Suppose the just empty box, Zainab, it is B kg. B kg. All right. And how about the beans? I don't know. Let's say it can be beans and box, the same letter. For beans, let's say this N kg. Okay. And the question is saying that a box filled with red beans completely has a mass of 1.66 kg, right? So let me just write this in grams. All right. Empty box. Okay, grams. So it will be multiplied by 1,000. It will be 1,666 grams, right? So that means that B a box, empty box, plus beans when it is full, that's equal to 1,666 grams, right? And now in the second part, Zainab is saying that it has a mass of 1,402 when it is 47 filled with red beans. So the size of the box, it does not change, but beans, right? We empty some part. So when it is 4/7 of seven beans, right? It is total weight will be 1,402. I mean, how we are setting up the equation, that's what I'm trying to teach you here. I'm trying to show you now. That's the most important part, understanding the problem and converting this or translating the word problem into equations or equation. And next thing is we need to solve this together. Now, how do we solve this? By elimination. I subtract. You see the second equation from the first one. Okay, if you subtract, because then b and b, it will be gone. B minus b is 0. So here we have n minus 4 over 7n, right? On the right-hand side, 1,666 minus 1,402. This is how we solve two equations. If you're given two equations, two unknowns, so we need to eliminate one of the variables. Now, Zainab, can you tell me what is 1 minus 1 over 7? What is 1 minus 4 over 7? Is equal to what?
3 over 7.
3 over 7. Very good. So this 1n minus 4 over 7n is equal to 3 over 7n. On the right-hand side, 6 minus 2, that is 4. 6 minus 0, it is 6. 6 minus 4, again, it is 2, right? 1 minus 1 is 0. And you know how to move this fraction to the right-hand side, right? Just we should flip. N will be equal to 7 over 3. 7 over 3 times 264. So that is the same thing as 7 times 264 divided by 3. If you have a calculator, you can use calculator because now we are trying to learn how to solve the problem, not calculation. Can you simplify this fraction and tell me the answer? What is n?
I'm doing it on paper, right?
Oh, we can do using a calculator, Zainab.
Okay.
Because here we are practicing how to solve problems, word problems, not how to divide numbers.
Wait, I did it the wrong way.
Did you get 616? Zeynep?
Let me try again. I got 2.42133333.
Really? 7 times 264 divided by 3?
Oh, I thought it was 7 point
No, 7 times.
times 264 divided by 3.
Yes, Zeynep, what did you get? 216 or 616, right?
616.
Yes. So what is N? It is the mass of the red beans, right? In the question is asking what is the mass of the empty box. It says what is the mass of the empty box, right? So we have to find the empty box, which is B. So using the first equation now, here I can use this equation. So B is equal to 1666. If you move n to the right hand side, it will be minus 616. 6 minus 6, it is 0. 6 minus 1, it is 5. 6 minus 6, it is 0. And here we have just 1. So the answer, dot, 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 will be 1050. It's actually in grams, okay? In kilogram, we should just actually divide it by 1000. Okay, Zeynep? It's like, sometimes, Zeynep, if you want to measure, for example, let's say the glass, you have a glass of milk, right? If you put this on a kitchen scale, it measures something, right? And you just drink a little bit. Let's say you drink 2/5 of the glass of the milk, right? And after you measure this, and after you're just asking yourself, okay, and the change is this much. So you may wonder how heavy the glass is. So using this problem, we can just solve this. This what is this? We are just developing our problem solving skill like this. Anyway, next question.
Eric collected 10% more stamps than Adam. Ben collected 10% more stamps than Eric. What was the percentage difference between the stamps that Ben and Adam had?
Eric collected 10% more stamps than Adam. And Ben collected 10% more stamps than Eric. What was the percentage difference between the stamps that Ben and Adam collected?
But it's not giving us enough information. It's literally telling us like 2 things.
So that means that it doesn't matter what number you use, right? So we are talking about 3 people. And number 1 is first Adam here. And second one is Eric. And third one is who? Ben, right? This kind of question is not given, right? You can just choose any suitable number or that number that is suitable to calculate. Like, for example, suppose that Zeynep Adam has 100 stamps. Okay, suppose. It can be anything, but let me just use 100. If Eric collected 10% more stamps than Adam, how many stamps does Eric have?
Wouldn't it be like 10 times 100?
No, is Adam has 100, right? Eric collected 10% more. More means plus 10% more of 100s. So here we have 100s. What is 10% of 100s?
I don't know.
10.
Hmm.
10%, right? 10%. This is just, you need to divide by 10. 10% of 10, it is 1. 10% of 50, it is 5. 10% of $100, it is 10, right? So that's equal to 110. So that means that Eric has 110 stamps. And now, can you read the second sentence?
What was the percentage difference between the stamps that Ben and Adam had?
Also, the second one is saying that Ben also collected 10% more stamps, right, than Eric. Okay, this one is Eric. And now, how about Ben? Ben collected 10% more than Eric. Eric has 110 stamps, and he collected 10% more than this, right? More means this. More of Eric. So here we have 110. It is 110. Okay. Now, Zeynep, what is 10% of 110? Come on, just divide by 10. What is 110 divided by 10? It's 11, right? 0, 0 cancel each other. Zeynep, look, 110 divided by 10. 0, 0 cancel each other. That's equal to just 11, right?
Yes.
To find the 10% of something, you should just divide it by 10. So here that's equal to 10. And now we have 120. So that means that Ben has 120 stamps. And now in the question, right, what was the percentage difference? The percentage difference between the stamps that Ben and Adam collected. So we are talking about these two guys, right? Adam and Ben. To find the percentage difference, Zeynep, we have to find the difference 120 Ben minus Adam 100 and divided by, we are calculating this based on Adam's steps, right? And multiply this by 100%. Equals this 100%, they cancel each other. 120 minus 100 is just 20. So that means that Ben has 20% more stamps than Adam. Adam or Eric? Adam.
Adam.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Now let's do this question. Read the question.
Samuel started packing some books at 10:20 a.m. He spent 1 hour and 4 over 5 hours packing the books, and then took 45 minutes to have his lunch and continued to pack until 3:15 p.m. in the afternoon. How long did he take to pack the books after his lunch?
How long did he take to pack the books, right, after his lunch?
Dang, he took a long time. He started at 10 a.m. and then finished at like 3. Why is it taking him so long to put books in a box?
Maybe he has a lot of books in it.
Okay, so
Because nowadays, Zeynep, a lot of people, even my friend, actually they do books business, right? They collect books at cheaper price and bring it, and after that, they put in the shelves and write a description and put it into Amazon website, right? And after that, actually they receive orders, and after they have the packets and bring it to the post office and send it, it takes a lot of time. Packing means that just not putting into the box, right? You have to wrap it and write on it something, the address and everything.
I guess.
Okay, all right. Samuel started packing some books at 10:20 a.m. He spent 1 and 4 over 5 hours packing the books, and then took 45 minutes to have his lunch, break time, and continued to pack until 3:15 p.m. in the afternoon. The question is, how long did he take to pack the books after his lunch? Zeynep, think and write. You should be able to do this. Let's do this question and finish the class, okay? Because I have another class. If I start late, she will be also late. She also lives in New York, the time difference. This kind of questions, Zeynep, I suggest you to draw a line, timeline. So here, Samuel, right? He started at 10:20. And now packing, right? For how many hours? 1 hour and for 1 hour and 4/5 minutes, right? And after that here, it was a lunch time, lunch, right? So this one is lunch, again packing, right? So I can write here, this one is packing, and this one is lunch, and again packing, right? And we know that the lunch time is 45 minutes. 45 minutes. And how about the packing in the morning?
1 4/5.
So that is how many minutes?
Well, 1 hour 60 minutes, but then the 4/5, I don't know.
4/5, then to change this into minutes, multiply by 60. So that is 4 times 60 divided by 5. And 60 divided by 5 is 12. 4 times 12 is 48 minutes. So that means that this one is 1 hour and 48 minutes. Okay. Yes. If it is so, Zeynep, what is 10:20 plus 1 hour and 48 minutes? What time actually did he stop packing to have lunch?
Stopped.
Like we can add like this, right? 10 and 20. And this one is 1 hour and 48 minutes, right? This is how we add. 0 plus 8 is 8. And 2 plus 4 is 6. But we know that 60 minutes is 1 hour. So I will just put here 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. But with 1, right, it is 2. It is 12. So that means that he packed until 12:08, right? And after that, he actually eat lunch, right, for 45 minutes. So 45 plus 0.8 is, now it is 12 and 53, right?
Yes.
Until 3:15. Now Zeynep, tell me, how many minutes are there between 12:53 and 3:15?
9.38. That's
No,
what
in hours and minutes, Zeynep. Look, 12:53, right? If it is 1 o'clock, from 1 to 3 o'clock, we have 2 hours, right? So it's 2 hours. And from here, from 12:53 to 1 o'clock, we have 7 minutes. And from 3 to 3:15, we have 15 minutes, right? So 15 plus 7 is 2 hours and 22 minutes. How long did he take to pack the books after his lunch? So the answer is, it took 2 hours and 22 minutes. Okay? I wish we could finish also the last question, but we run out of time. The last question is for Zeynep. You have to do this. And okay, can you read the question? Do you have any question about this problem, Zeynep?
No.
Okay, I will send them paper. I don't know if you can try it a bit way. We have to solve these questions. Zainab, I need to sign the class. Okay, maybe next time we can have longer class. I don't know. I wish you good health. Take good care of yourself, Zainab. The most important thing is your health. Right? Drink soup or lemon tea or honey tea. I don't know. Have good rest. Sometimes if you feel tired, you need to have good rest. Okay, Zainab. Have a good day. See you next week. Okay. All right. Bye bye.